Nitpick. Welcome to the first episode of Remembering, where I talk about games that have had heavy influences on me. Today's topic is Goldeneye 007 for the Nintendo 64. When I was younger, my family wouldn't buy me any games that were rated T for teen. Goldeneye 007 was one of these. I had really gotten into gaming when I was around 9 years old or so, and when my mother saw any game that was rated a different letter besides E that I would ask for, she would immediately pick it up from the store shelf and give it a thorough looking through before it ended up in my hands. So if the game had sexual themes, use of drugs, alcohol, or violence, there was a very large chance I would have to get a different game. So I actually never owned GoldenEye 007 growing up. That's where my friends came in. I had this friend named Josh, whose house I could venture to if I wanted to play any recent game that was deemed bad by my parents. And of course, being a kid and wanting to very badly break rules set by my parents, I would ask to go to Josh's constantly. He had every game imaginable, it seemed, from all the big Nintendo hits to other games that I had never even heard of. One of these at the time was GoldenEye 007. I'd never seen the movie because, like I said above, GoldenEye was more of a flick for grown-ups. So how was I supposed to know there was even a game based on it? He began by showing me the single player and how the controls worked. The game was almost alien to me, since I hadn't played too many first-person shooters up to this point. We then started playing the multiplayer, which, my god, it was awesome. Even though I was terrible, there were so many ways you could manipulate the game to your liking, such as turning on one-shot kills, changing weapons around, and having actual lives. We played GoldenEye religiously after that day. But there was one thing that had always bugged my friend Josh. Something that lurked in the back of his mind like a tick that just won't pop. He could never beat his older brother at the game. You see, there was a house rule set up for when we played GoldenEye. Whoever was the best got to play as Bond. Of course, I could never achieve this since I was absolutely terrible at the game, but Josh had wanted this invisible trophy for himself for quite some time. So while his brother was away hanging out with his friends or working, Josh would secretly train by playing single player or thwomping me relentlessly. Until the day came where Josh finally won. 2 out of 3, said his older brother. Okay, sure, Josh had said with a smug grin. He won again. Okay, fine, but I bought the game, so I still get to play as Bond. Josh didn't care. He had his moment. From that point on, when his brother wasn't around, Josh would always play as Bond and tout that he had bested his brother at something. It was truly a proud moment. After that point, we continued to play 007, and even after Perfect Dark was released, it was still the multiplayer shooter of choice for quite some time. Probably because Josh was so good at it and wanted to win. GoldenEye just seemed to have endless options for multiplayer and single player, with you constantly unlocking new stages or cheat codes for both while playing through single player. I feel the game set some sort of standard for every arcade-like first-person shooter to come with its gather around the fire multiplayer and unheard of customization for a console shooter. Sometimes we would stay up into the wee hours of the night just trying to unlock the hardest to get cheats in the game by playing through single player. GoldenEye 007 had a profound impact on me, and is one of the few examples of a movie licensed game that was done extremely well at the time. Let me know your memories of the game in the comment section below, and I'll see you on the next episode.